Well, first of all, I'm actually a big fan of Germany. I love Germany. It's great. I have a lot of friends, German friends, and I think Berlin is a very fun city. I don't know, a lot of the coolest people I know are German, so I don't know. That's why I love Germany.
If you look at, say, what is necessary for a sustainable future, actually, in one respect, a very important respect, Germany is a huge leader, which is in solar power generation. Germany is by far the best in the world when it comes to solar power. I think even in terms of in absolute terms, but certainly in solar power per capita, by far the best. And wherever I go in the world, I say, hey, Germany is a great example for solar power generation. And I think people in Germany should be really proud of that. That's a great thing that you've done. But it needs to be paired with sustainable consumption of energy on the transportation side. So that hopefully is something that will change, in the near future. But whereas Germany is really great on sustainable power generation, it's not so much on the sustainable power consumption, because transport is still very much petrol and diesel. So hopefully that's something that changes. I think that's the most important thing that can be done for climate, and Germany could be a great example in this regard. So that's my hope on that front. Let's see. And then stationary storage, battery packs are also something that's important, because you need sustainable power generation, sustainable power storage, because of the intermittent nature of renewable energy, and then combine that with electric vehicles. So, Tesla, we're developing stationary storage with the Powerwall power pack, and we think actually Germany is a very important market for that. In fact, outside of the US, Germany first of all, and then Australia are our top priorities. So I think that will hopefully be helpful.
Germany, and particularly Berlin, is not world famous for finishing construction sites in time and in budget. So you've created a kind of anti-Berlin airport project. Why Berlin? Why did you go to Germany and to Berlin to get that big project done?
Sure. Well, first of all, I'm actually a big fan of Germany. I love Germany. It's great. I have a lot of friends, German friends, and I think Berlin is a very fun city. And I think there's also, from a location standpoint, people like, say, young people can live in apartments at a reasonable price in the city of Berlin. But if somebody's got a family, they can still have an affordable house. So it's a good location, offering good living for people of all ages and incomes, and
Berlin mayor once said Berlin is poor but sexy. Is that what attracted you?
Berlin's not that poor, but it's definitely sexy.
Could you imagine?
So we're gonna have when we open the. You're all invited, by the way. When we have the opening for Giga Berlin, we're gonna have just a big party. We're gonna have start off from the day, have more sort of family music, and then gradually get more hardcore, and then go midnight techno till dawn.
Do you plan to spend more time in Berlin yourself? You want to partly live here?
Yes, I'll be spending a lot of time here.
Where do you sleep tonight?
Tonight's in the factory.
In the factory, not in a hotel.
Well, technically in a conference room in the factory, but yeah.
You sleep in a conference room in the not finished factory tonight.
Yeah, it gives me a good feel for what's going on.
Well, I think there should be more action. Germany has some great car companies, like some of the greatest car companies in the world, and amazing engineering ability. But particularly with respect to electrical and mechanical engineering, I think also chemical engineering, Germany is probably the leader in the world. So there's an enormous amount of engineering talent that I think could be put towards electric cars, and really should be And I think it's just a question of making the leap and making it a mainstream initiative instead of a side initiative. It needs to be a mainstream program, not sort of the A team. The A team needs to work on it. That's a really important thing, and I think the government can certainly help by saying that, emphasizing that this is important. It's something that should be done. So I think if the A team at any of the big German car makers work on electric cars, it'll be a great outcome.
Please tell us, Germans are not really famous for building buildings very quickly. We're in Berlin right now, look at the Berlin airport, right? How do you manage to build so quickly?
Well, it is actually quite difficult to get all the permits, and it requires a lot of effort and a lot of close cooperation with the authorities. So I would definitely not say that it is easy to get the permits. It's not easy. One of the approaches that we did take was to proceed at risk with temporary permits. So there is a way to accelerate things in the system to go with temporary permits, but the risk is that your long-term permit could be denied, in which case that you have to stop everything.
And tear it down.
Yes. So most companies are not willing to take the risk of the temporary permit and then the risk of having to stop and tear down.
Now, Elon, you're a CEO of a publicly traded company. Very valuable.
Okay.
Yes, of many publicly traded companies. How do you explain taking this risk to shareholders?
I don't know. I mean, frankly, I think there's probably a lot of risk associated with Tesla, and if a low-risk situation is what an investor wants, I would recommend not investing in Tesla.
But many still invest in Tesla because they believe in speed.
Yeah.
Why is speed of such an essence?
Well, I think the speed is a fundamental determinant of the competitiveness of any company. So, especially when there's technology involved. So, the rate of innovation fundamentally determines which companies succeed. Which companies are the number one in a particular arena. If one company has twice the speed of innovation of another, provided that company does not die of a self-inflicted wound or die have infant mortality, the company with the high rate of innovation will unequivocally win long term.
And very last question, you said you like Germany. For what reasons do you like Germany?
I don't know. I've always had a good time when I come here. I don't know. I do like the sort of the engineering culture, and it's hard to say exactly why do you like something, but I always have a good time. And people, I think, they really want to get things done. And I don't know, a lot of the coolest people I know are German, so I don't know. That's why I love Germany.